Welcome back in the second part of chapter number 10 of science. The name of the chapter is Motion and Measurement of Distances. Let's start measurement. Measurement is the action of measuring something. Means to measure something is called measurement. Now let's see importance of measurement. When you go for stitching your clothes or buying your clothes, you first take measurement. Tailor should take your measurement so that the cloth you want to stitch with by him, from him, it may fits to you. Measurement like length, waist, size, etc. All these measurements tailor should take, or you should also take when you buy clothes from somewhere. So it is called measure. To measure your body, so the clothes you are buying that gets fit to your body. So that's why measurement is important. Now see, if you have a desk and you want to measure something, if you want to buy a desk, so what happens? First you have to measure the place where you want to keep the table or where you want to keep the bench, so that you can buy accordingly. That you have to measure the space first and then buy the table, so that accordingly the table is fit to that space. Okay. Now same thing is when you purchase any mobile, what you are seeing? First the functions, then the screen, measurement of screen. At first you notice that the screen was small in the mobile, but nowadays the length of the screen increases in the Android mobiles. So that is measurement. Then measurement of temperature. In news also you heard this thing, temperature, how much temperature, or when you are getting sick or when you are ill, doctor measures your temperature first, that how much fever you have, and then he treats you. Then measurement of weight. If you want to check your weight, that what's my weight is, so then you check your weight in your kg. Okay. Yeah, or maybe how much fruits, vegetables you want to purchase. So maybe 1 kg apple or 2 kg guava or maybe 5 kg tomatoes you want. So this is the measurement. Suppose when you go to buy a cloth, then you have to take measurement in meters. But when you buy some vegetables or some fruits, then you have to measure it in kg. Then height. How you measure your height? So you measure your height in inches. So these are the different kinds of measurements in which we are measuring the different things. Then measurement of time, that at what time period or what time interval the thing goes on or the things happen. So this was the measurement of time, that at the proper time period or the proper time interval the things happens again and again. That is measurement of time. Okay, that you can then we can calculate the time in minutes and seconds, hours, minutes and seconds, है ना? Now how we measure the things. So if we see, nowadays we have many instruments or tapes or scales So we are measuring perfectly. But before, in old times, how people used to measure the things. So the first type is measurement using handspan. So from the uh, toes, from the thumb, tip of the thumb to the tip of the last finger, that is handspan. You can see in the picture, a person is measuring a table. So this is a handspan to measure the table. Then again they use in old times, if they want to measure the floor, so handspan is not possible, so they are measuring with the feet. How much feet long is the floor? So sometimes they are using handspan and sometimes they are using their feet to measure the different things. Then measurement using forearm length. Forearm length is equals to 1 cubit. That means gap between elbow and tip of the middle finger. You can see in the picture the gap between the elbow and tip of the middle finger. That is called cubit. So we can measure, in old times they can measure this type, all these types. But after all these types they are measuring, but there is some problem or some issues creating, because every individual has feet, hands, arms or fingers of different length, and one cannot rely upon any measurement using feet, hands, etc. Means that each and every one have different height, different weight, different length of the body. So the measurement by the handspan or feet or by the forearm always be different, always have different value. Suppose my height is shorter and I measure the table, and someone other is taller than me and he measures the table. So due to our height or due to our length of our handspan, the value differs. So this problem is creating that because no individual is like similar. Everyone has different length of feet, hands, arms or fingers. So this is not reliable source of measurement. These methods are therefore called non-standard measures, because these measurements are not reliable. We can't say the proper or accurate measurement of this type of measurement is not proper or accurate. So these are called non-standard measures, means inaccurate measurements. Therefore, some standard units of measurements were needed that do not change from person to person or place to place, and they gives us accurate measurements. So now it is a requirement or it is a need that we need a standard unit of measurement. So if we measure something, so for all the thing is the thing have same measurement for all. So that is called the accurate measurement. Suppose देखो, अगर मैं किसी मेरे हैंड से अगर मैं एक टेबल का मेजरमेंट लेती हूँ, तो मेरा हैंड और आपके हैंड में डिफरेंस होगा. ठीक है, जैसे अगर आपकी हाइट कम है मुझसे, आप छोटे हैं मुझसे, तो जो मेरे हैंड्स अगर वो 3 हैंड स्पैन होते हैं तो मे बी आपके 4 या 4.5 हैंड स्पैन होंगे. ओके, तो दैट वैल्यू इज़ नॉट रिलायबल. सो दैट्स वाई वी नीड प्रॉपर स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट. पर अगर हम उसी चीज़ को हम स्केल से अगर हम मेजर करते हैं तो वो चीज़ क्या होगी, आपके लिए और मेरे लिए, दोनों के लिए वो हमको क्या देगी? एक्यूरेट मेजरमेंट, मीन्स द मेजरमेंट इज सेम फॉर बोथ ऑफ अस. ओके. नाउ स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट्स ऑफ मेजरमेंट. तो in 1790 the French created a standard unit of measurement called the metric system. Metric system was created by French in 1790. After that, SI system comes. The International System of Units, SI is the short form, is the modern form of the metric system, established in 1960. All over the world, scientists adopted the International System of Units to maintain uniformity in measurements all over the world. Now, at first, in 1790, French created a standard unit of measurement which is called metric system. But after that, it will be modified by it will be modified in 1960, and International System of Units, means SI, that is the modern term form of metric system, is established in 1960, and it will be adopted by all over the world. Means now if you are measuring anything with a scale, the measurement is accurate and that measurement is for all over the world. The measurement will be same because it is adopted by the whole world. Now some basic SI units. There are 7 SI base units, means basic units. 7 basic units of SI are: length we measure in meter, mass we measure in kilogram, time we measure in second, amount of substance in mole, electric current ampere, temperature Kelvin, and luminous intensity candela. But now you have to learn only first 3. So focus on only first 3, that length is in meter, mass is in kilogram, and time is in standard. Let's revise again. International System of Units: length meter and it denotes with small m, mass kilogram, it denotes with kg, and time second, it denotes with s. M, kg and s, these are the short forms of meter, kilogram and second, which are used for length, mass and time. Now, measurement means the comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. This known fixed quantity is called a unit. Now, measurement, what is measurement? Measurement, the meaning of measurement is comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. Means you have a bag of something and you have to measure it. Means you know the measure of units, that how much units, you know the measure of units, okay, but you don't know that what the weight of the thing is, or the height of the thing is, or the time. You don't know that thing. So to measure, you have to use of the unit. Okay, you have to use unit to measure something. That means comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. Suppose आपके पास कोई चीज़ है, आपको उसको measure करना है. If it is a vegetable, तो आप उसको किस में measure करोगे? kg में. If it is a liquid, तो आप उसको करोगे liters में. But if it is something which have height, तो आप उसको कर सकते हो मीटर में या फिर इंच में. तो these are the things. मतलब आपको हाइट पता है, आपको मीटर पता है, आपको केजी पता है, और आपको सेकेंड्स पता है. कुछ अगर टाइम मेजर करना हो तो सेकेंड्स में, बट जो चीज़ आपको मेजर करनी है वो नहीं पता. सपोज यू हैव टू मेजर अ डिस्टेंस from somewhere. So you know that distance measures in kilometer. But how much distance? Then you have to fix the place first and then you have to measure the distance. Okay. So it means comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. The result of a measurement is expressed in two parts. The one part is number and the other part is unit of the measurement. Meter. It is the standard unit of length. The symbol of meter is m. As I already discussed you that the symbol of meter is small m. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So these are the units, standard units for length, that 1 centimeter equals to 10 millimeter. Then 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. These are the standard units which you have to remember. So learn these units. Okay. Now let's see the scale. Now see, you can see in the picture clearly that from 0 to 1, that is 1 centimeter, and in 1 centimeter how many divisions are there? If you count the divisions, that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 divisions are there in 1 centimeter. So that means 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Okay. So each centimeter has 10 equal divisions which are called millimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter and 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. Understood? Now next, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Means, or we can say 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. As I shown you 1 centimeter. So it's repeatedly done by 100 times, that is equal to 1 meter. Means 1 meter has 100 division, like 1 centimeter has 10 divisions. Okay. Means 30, 30, 30. Because you know the scale now. Big scale is of 30 centimeters. So 3 times you have to keep the scale, whole scale 30 centimeter and 1 time 10 centimeter. Then you get 100 centimeter, that is equal to 1 meter. Now you can see in the picture, these are the different kinds of measure tapes through which we are measuring the different things. Some you have seen in the first picture, that is inch tape. You must have seen at your home also. Then again second is also an inch tape. So these are the tapes which these are the measuring tapes. We can say measuring tapes through which we can measure the things. Now next, 1 meter equals to 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter, we know. Now 1000 meter equals to 1 kilometer. Means 1 meter have 100 divisions. So it continues, it repeated 100 times more. So 100 into 100, what comes? 100 into 10 equals to 1000 meter. Means 100 centimeters 10 times you have to multiply. So it becomes 1000 meter, and 1000 meter equals to 1 kilometer. Okay. And 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 1000 meter equals to 1 kilometer. Now, meter, it is the standard unit of length. The symbol of meter is m. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions called centimeter, and each centimeter has 10 equal divisions called millimeter. We already discussed this thing. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter, 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So I hope you understood this very clearly about the meter. Now let's move ahead to mass. SI unit of mass is kilogram. Now 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram. And 1000 gram equals to 1 kg. So similarly, half kg is equal to 500 grams or 2 kg equals to 2000 grams. And next is standard unit of time, which is denoted in second. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 1 second equals to 1 by 60 minute. So these are the measuring units of mass and time. Let's understand with an example. The length of an object is 3 meter. Calculate the length in centimeter. Now we have given the length in meter, but we have to calculate in centimeter. So what we have to do? We know that 1 meter is equal to 300 centimeter. Okay. So 3 meter is equal to 3 into 100 equals to 300 centimeter. So that means the length of the object is 300 centimeter. Means 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. If you keep this like this, you can see in the picture I have given below that 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. So 1 meter is equal to how much? Yes, 100 centimeters. So 100, 100, 100 means 300. 100 plus 100 plus 100 means 300 centimeter. So the answer is length of the object is 300 centimeter. Now see one more example. Distance from Delhi to Shimla is 342 kilometer. Now calculate the distance in meters. Now we know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So what we have to do? 342 kilometers is equal to 342 into 1000. So it becomes 342,000 meter. Understood? Very easy, na? Now see some more examples of measuring tapes. The first one is inch tape, second one is all scale, and the below third one is measuring tape. Means if you have to measure the height above 100 centimeter, or then you have to use this measuring tape. All these measuring tapes have some limit. Okay, so we have to use according to our need. For example, if you want to measure your body for buying some clothes, so what you are doing? You are measuring with the inch tape. Okay, because the size is the unit of size is in inches. If you want to measure the length, the waist, the size of your clothes, then it is measured in inches. Now correct measurement of length. How to measure correctly? Let's understand this. Now each centimeter has 10 equal divisions called millimeter. As I already told you, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter and 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. Means 1 centimeter has 10 equal divisions. So 1 division equals to 0.1 centimeter. 1 division equals to 0.1 centimeter. Similarly, it is given in scales and inch tapes also. The same thing. The measurement is same, but these are the different measuring tapes to measure different things. Suppose we have to measure a length of a book. Then how can we measure it? With the scale. So how you have to keep the book. Means you have to keep the book properly with the scale, touched with the scale. Like you can see in the picture, the book is placed touched with the scale, and the measurement you have to start from the 0, not from the starting point. You can see clearly in the scale that the 0 is given in your scale. You can observe it in your scale also. Take your scale. You have scale na at home. Everyone have scale. So take your scale and observe it that 0 is given before 1. So you have to keep there. You have to measure. Start measuring from there only, not from the point of the scale, tip of the scale. Okay, so that you can get proper and accurate measurement. For accurate measurement, scale must be in contact with the object being measured. I already told you this thing, that you have to keep your book properly if you want to measure the length of the book. And you can see in the picture, this is the right way to measure the book. Now I'll show you the wrong way. Now if you keep your scale like this, seen in the picture, it is the wrong way. It is not in contact with the book. The scale is not in contact with the book, or the book is not in contact with the scale. So your measurement is not correct. You get the wrong measurement or inaccurate measurement. And the another also, the scale is lying tilted. So this is also a wrong measurement. This is a wrong method to measure anything. Now see, start measuring from the 0 mark of the scale. I told you na that you have to start measuring from the mark 0. 0 is always given in the scale or any inch tape or in any measuring instrument. 0 is always given. So you have to start from the 0. If you are not starting from the 0, then it is wrong. See in the first picture how one wants to measure. That is the wrong one. The right one is the right one. In the right side you can see how we measure the paper. So the proper, if you want the accurate measurement, you have to start measuring from the 0 mark of the scale. Okay. Now see, by chance if your scale is broken and there is no 0 mark, then what you have to do, in between you have to see the numbers, but you have to keep with the proper number. You can see in the below picture, in the second one, you can see properly. If the scale is broken, you can decide any one thing. Suppose you have to, you are going to start from 5. So the paper is from 5 to 10. So what you have to do? You have to 10 minus 5. So you get the actual length of the paper. Okay. Next thing what you have to remember while measuring is the eye position in the center is correct to get an accurate measurement, while the ones in the left and right direction will give some error in measurement. Means the position of your eye, it must be in correct position, otherwise you get the inaccurate measurement. Our eye must be exactly above the point where the measurement is to be taken in order to avoid parallax errors. Means your eye position must be proper and your eye must be exactly above the point to avoid parallax errors. Understood? Now what is parallax error? Now you can see in the picture a diagram is given for the parallax error. parallax error is an error due to the inaccurate positioning of the eye when taking the reading of a measurement. If your eye is not at the proper place above the figure, above the point, then you will not get accurate measurement due to parallax error. See the cross lines. If you are seeing in the cross like this, then your measurement will be inaccurate. Okay. So you have to see proper above the point of the thing. Now you can see properly. You also have the scale. So on one side it is given centimeter and on other side it is given inches. You have scale na at home. Observe your scale properly. It is like that or not? Now tell me, if you want to measure the pencil, how can you measure it? Now in interactive query session, I am going to ask you what points have to be remembered while measuring anything, and how you are measuring the things. I am going to check this thing in online session. Okay. Now all this is of straight objects, but if the object or the thing is curved, suppose you have to measure the length of a curved line, then what you have to do? Because the length, the scale is not curved, na? Scale is straight thing. So if you want to measure any straight thing, then the scale is okay. But if you want to measure any curved thing or curved line, so what do you do at that time? Because we cannot measure the length of a curved line directly by using a meter scale. We can use a thread to measure the length of a curved line. Means if a line is curved, then you have to use a thread. What you have to do? Like see in the picture, what you have to do? You have to take a thread and you have to keep the thread as the curve goes. And after that, you have to measure the thread, so you get the measurement of curved line. Understood? Means if you want to measure the curved line, you have to use the thread. And after that, see in the picture how the thread is measuring. Okay? Understood? So, this is all for today. I hope you all have understood the topic measurement. And if you have any query or any doubt about this topic, then ask me in interactive query session. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.